People keep telling me stupid shit like autism isn't an excuse. Sean, you need to stop using autism as an excuse. What I'm telling you is that autism is your excuse. I must be retarded because I'm autistic. I must not know what I'm talking about because I'm autistic. I must not be worth taking a statement from about the abuse because I'm autistic. Autism is not my excuse, it's yours. It's your excuse why I must be a bad person. You don't want to understand it, so I must be a terrible person. That's just not the case. Sean, you need to stop hiding behind autism. I'm not hiding behind anything. I'm telling you how it is for me. People just assume that I'm a fucking retard because I'm autistic. They assume that I'm a piece of shit because I have PTSD. Like I'm on drugs because I have Tourette's syndrome. These are your excuses for punishing me instead of listening. These are your excuses for treating me like an animal instead of a human being. These are your excuses why I don't deserve the rights of the Constitution. These are your excuses. Yours. Your excuses why I don't deserve the same rights that you with families are afforded. There are lots of people with families like mine. Most of those people are out on the streets because they grew up a life similar to mine. It's bad enough being victimized your entire life because there's nobody in your corner. But it's even worse when shit like what happened to Natalie happens. And it's all over the news. The fact is, I'm not using autism as an excuse. You are. You are. Natalie did the same thing. Natalie has panic attacks, or had panic attacks. But she also had people that she could talk to who actually listened. Sort of. When I was in Virginia, Natalie told me that I was the only person who listened to her. The only person who listened to her. Her sister, Alicia, is her best friend. But yeah, I got to see it with my own two eyes and hear it with my own two ears. No, Alicia didn't listen to Natalie. She talked over Natalie. Just like people talk over me. See, that's the thing that's frustrating. You blame my frustration on autism. It's not autism that makes me frustrated. It's how you treat me when you find out that I'm autistic. It's how you treat me because of the symptoms of Tourette's syndrome. It's how you treat me that makes me frustrated. How you treat me differently than you treat others. How you assume the worst in me that you don't assume in others. That others can scream every single day and I should be fine with it. But if I scream at you just once, I must be the devil. It must be because of my autism. No, it's because I'm frustrated because you assume the worst because of autism. There are many people who didn't know that I was autistic. And they treated me completely different from those who knew. See, my dad, when I was 9 years old, that's when we first had the discussion with the neurologist about me being possibly autistic. And my dad has used that as an excuse to treat me like a retard ever since. Why everything that I say must be wrong ever since then. I must not know what I'm talking about ever since then. Everybody else must be right and I must be wrong ever since then. Autism isn't my excuse, it's yours. Autism is not the reason that I react the way that I do. The reason that I react the way that I do is from long-term abuse and PTSD. I need to be heard. This isn't getting attention for attention's sake. It's getting attention to stop the goddamn abuse. And I'm not the only person who has to go through this. I know a lot of people who are autistic, a lot of people with Tourette syndrome, a lot of people with PTSD. And you know what? Most of the people that I know with bipolar disorder aren't bipolar. They're overwhelmed. Plain and simple. The rules are different for you than they are for me. Like Amanda Ingleine is allowed to watch TV for hours a day. Hours a day she's allowed to watch TV. And did I treat her like shit for that? Fuck no, but she treated me like shit for playing video games, and I didn't even get to play video games while I was up there. My video games were all online video games. The ones that I had on my computer. I didn't get a video game that I could actually sit down and actually play while I was up there until the last 2 days that I was there. Now, I still don't have a decent night's sleep ever, before then or after. Is that because I'm up all night playing video games? Ask them in the jails. Was I up all night because I was playing video games? Ask them at the hospitals. Was I up all night because I was playing video games? Fuck no. That's a goddamn excuse and you fucking know it.